Yo, it's your boy Jay Boogie back with another video today. Make sure you guys don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe under my channel. Don't forget to do that. Also, don't forget to follow my TikTok. And for you looking at this from TikTok, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's dive into it. So today I'll be talking about part 2 of the top 5/top 10 players heading to next season. So basically this is from 6 to 10. And we're going to start from number 10. And at number 10, we got no other than the brow, Anthony freaking Davis. AD pretty much has been his healthiest last season. Once he's been fully healthy, we know how impactful he is offensively and definitely defensively. And pretty much all I would say about his game that he's very skillful at his position. He played point guard throughout his middle school, high school years before he hit that growth spurt. So his ability to create shots, dominant, efficient paint scorer, and once he be aggressive, you can't stop him in the paint. And then you're trying to make him extend to shoot mid-range shots. He's efficient for the mid-range shot, especially in the post fadeaways, the post shimmies, and he is a great second chance point scorer, meaning that getting offensive rebounds and putting the ball back in the hoop. And pretty much AD, seeing his clip how skillful he is, see how dominant he can be. And pretty much, unfortunate looking into the playoffs, his stats was incredible. Averaged a double, pretty much averaged, I think it was like 15 points. I mean not 15 points, 15 rebounds a game. And pretty much, when AD's fully healthy, this dude is all around total package, especially defensively, because he can guard decent on the perimeter, and then he is such a great rim protector because I think he averages like 2 blocks per game. Now, all it says is about him, despite his durability, regardless, I don't know how he has not won Defensive Player of the Year yet. I don't get it. I don't know why, but all that goes back to him, being available, being healthy, and being consistently healthy. But AD, pretty much we seeing how he did in the Summer Olympics in Paris. He did well. But AD, every single season, is a top 10 player, especially when he's fully healthy. I mean, you cannot deny his skills, his impact on the floor. And, pretty much, like I said, when he's fully healthy, this is one of the most dominant players on both ends of the floor. And offensively, like I said, man, he can do it all. Not the biggest three-point shooter, but he's decent enough to get you make 2 or 3 threes a game when he really be efficient from the three-point line. But offensively, he got the paint, the post, the mid-post, the shimmy shot, the fadeaways, post fadeaways, the post hook, and pretty much finishing out the rim with either hand, and of course the dunks. So that's my take on Anthony Davis at number 10. Then moving on to number 9. Many guys won't like it, but it's my list. At number 9, I got no other than Steph, the Chef Curry, greatest shooter of all time, the greatest point guard shooter of all time, three-point shooter. And Steph Curry, man, he was yet again phenomenal last season. Just unfortunate, of course, that he missed the playoffs, because I think the Kings knocked him out in the play-in tournament, and eventually led them to not making the playoffs or making it into the playoffs. But besides that, Steph Curry, man, we know revolutionized the game with three-point shooting for a decade. And pretty much like I said, this dude is one of the greatest off-ball scorers as well. I say it once again, I'm said many times. This dude off the ball is so dangerous. He's just as dangerous on the ball, but off the ball, he doesn't stop moving around. He doesn't get tired. And just to add a joke, he runs like a little kid that doesn't get tired. And it's frustrating for a defender because once you actually guard him when he does have the ball in his hands, now you're trying to regain your stamina and your fatigue back, and Steph Curry doing the typical between the legs, behind the back, and then pull up for 3. And then, of course, Steph Curry is a good full-level scorer, the inside, the mid-range 3-ball, and a deep 3-ball. So Steph Curry, still to this day, still a top 10 player in this league. Pretty much now it's a debate whether if he's going to the Lakers or not, because apparently everybody's made a big deal that he changed his profile picture on Instagram, not affiliating with the Warriors. But we know how rumors go nowadays. But besides that, man, Steph Curry was phenomenal clutch. There's a reason why he won Clutch Player of the Year. Because he was very clutch in the Summer Olympics with Team USA. And pretty much, man, he pretty much carried that weight in crunch time in both crucial games in the tournament in the Olympics in Paris. And, yet again, you need a three-point shot, go to no other than Steph freaking Curry. And then, you already seen in his highlights, this dude, three-point shooting ability. He's a good rebounder, always been a good rebounder. And, of course, his finishing ability. So Steph Curry, man, pretty much, this right here is his predicted stats right here. And it's not too far off. This dude is basically a career 41% three-point shooter. And, efficient. And especially when he gets going, there's no stopping because he has a quick release, a nice form, nice base. Steph Curry is just a bucket getter and has one of the greatest ball handling skills of all time as well. Can't forget about that. But he's number 9 on my list, no doubt about it. And at number 8, I got no other than one of the greatest mid-range scorers and one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen in basketball history. No other than Kevin Durant. KD, pretty much bucket getter, efficient, always been a 25 plus point scorer throughout his whole career. Efficient, smooth. He just a hooper. Get buckets, want to win games, but at the end of the day, he just want to hoop, and that's why arguably, he's definitely my favorite small forward of all time, just because his ability to be a smooth scorer, nothing phases him, go phase him out, and pretty much, nothing gonna phase him out, and out of his shooting rhythm. And then, seeing this clip, pretty much another full level scorer, inside, mid range, the deep 3 ball and the deep 3 ball, and pretty much his biggest strength of all is his mid range game. Coming from that era where it was a lot of mid range shooters and scorers, and Kevin Durant, always gonna be just smooth isolation scorer. Dude can give you 25 easily. The next night he can give you 40. And having them 40 points might come from mid-range. He just practiced those elbow mid-range shots during his pregame warm-ups. It's a routine for him. And those shots that he takes during the game is those same exact shots he practiced in warm-ups and when he go, practice at another gym or whatever. So KD, man, pretty much like I said, man, he's always gonna be, no doubt about it, anybody's top 10 player into next season. Then obviously you see his predicted stats. It's not too far off. And like I said, Kevin Durant, despite him being swept by, Anthony Edwards, his favorite player to watch, but he was still efficient in that series. Pretty much been the best player on the Suns. And so like I said, I'm basing off this from how players performed from last season, the regular season. From last season, the regular season, and the postseason. And of course, their skill sets and their accolades. And you're already seeing his predicted stat lines, and it's not too far off as well. Pretty much, I wouldn't be surprised if he averaged close to 28 points per game, just because he's such an unstoppable scorer all around, from inside, mid-range, mid-post, post fadeaways, and 3 ball. And he got one of the best hezzy pull-ups ever. I can never forget about that. He has one of the best hezzy pull-ups of all time. You already can't block his jump shot, so him doing a hezzy pull-up is more trolling to defenders. So KD's number 8 on my list, no doubt about it. And at number 7, I got no other than the GOAT of our generation, LeBron King James. At 40 years old, anybody should still put him the top 10 player for next season. Pretty much, you deep LeBron fans, be happy. I got him at number 7. Because most people don't want to put him in the top 10 just because, it's LeBron. But, excuse me, a little bit under the weather, but, pretty much LeBron, just like KD, consistent 25-plus point scorer throughout his whole career. Last season, he had one of his better seasons as a Laker player in the skill set. And, like LeBron James, like I said, he's still dominant on a fast break transition. You've seen it in the Olympics this summer. And, pretty much LeBron, like I said, unfortunate, last season. He got out the playoffs, first round against Jokic, but still he was dominant in his own respective ways in that first round series. And LeBron, you already seen this clip of how dominant he can be, transition. He has a very unstoppable, very contested post fadeaway shot that he always makes, especially in crunch time when the shot clock be going down. He unstoppable with that. And like I said, he's still being athletic, durability, his IQ is still top tier. A great playmaker, a great passer, passing IQ is top tier. And this right here is obviously his predicted stats. So LeBron being number 7 to me is accurate enough. And then of course the Stephs, the KDs, and LeBrons can't put them above the current future faces of the NBA or the current young stars. So I gotta be realistic with that, because I can't just have a nostalgia moment. So pretty much LeBron deserves to be number 7 on my list. And like I said, y'all seen his predicted stats, no doubt about it. And then going on to number 6. Lastly, number 6, no other than Jayson Tatum. Definitely could have put him in top 5, but he deserves to be number 6. But I feel like he's going to have a very revengeful season, because Steve Kerr did not play him at all in the Summer Olympics. And, pretty much, besides that, he was phenomenal last season, finished top 6 or top 5 in MVP race. Jayson Tatum, I always said that his offensive bag is deep. 6'10", with a guard-like handles, can shoot off the dribble 3-point line, has the biggest advantage against other power forwards when he do play power forwards. And when he doesn't chuck up a lot of threes, you already seen this highlight of how athletic he can be, finishing at the rim, posterizing other players, being aggressive. His offensive bag is so deep that he can easily be super duper efficient 3-point line if he doesn't just chuck up too many threes. Even though he has one of the best sidestep 3-point signature moves, getting to a 3-point shot is such goated. And Jayson Tatum, and the biggest thing I like about his game is that he's such a great rebounder, because he knows how to use his height and his wingspan to his advantage to get boards. So I think in the playoffs he was I want to say he averaged pretty much a double-double, like 25 and 10. And pretty much now he won a championship, deservingly so. Being Luka and Kyrie in the Mavs in the finals. And he wasn't the biggest 3-point efficient player in playoffs, but like I said, he always has a favorable matchup, because he's playing at the 4, really a 3, got guard-like dribbling skills, elusive ball handling ability, can shoot off the dribble at the 3 and the mid-range, and he can finish at the rim when he be very, very aggressive. And Jayson Tatum, I believe Jayson Tatum is going to be, he might finish again top 5 MVP race this season, because now Steve Kerr just added more fuel to the fire to Jayson Tatum. For whatever reason, why you do that, that's on you, Steve Kerr. But Jayson Tatum, I know he getting a lot of flack, but he's definitely a top 10 player heading to next season, and you already seen his predicted stat lines. So Jayson Tatum deserves to be number 6 on my list. So that's my take. That's my second half of my top 10 best players heading to next season. You like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. I love you guys. Jay Boogie is out.